Cześć! It's Dorota. Welcome to Polish with Dorota. This video is a second video lesson about the Polish alphabet. In this lesson, you will learn about these letters in Polish. They are quite difficult for many Polish learners. Polish is quite hard to learn, and to make it easier for yourself, you need to learn with a professional, dedicated teacher that will guide you through the process and answer all your questions. Click the link in the description box to join my online school and learn with the best teachers I personally selected. And now let's start the lesson about Polish alphabet. We will start with these letters. These letters are with something that we call a tail in Polish. This small thing below. And A, Polish letter A, English A, with this so-called tail is pronounced usually as on. On. So this is like O with a nasal element. On. Like in the word mąż. Mąż. But this letter can be also pronounced differently. Can be pronounced like on, or even on. It depends on the context. You will get that quite fast when you will learn Polish. So, for example, we pronounce it as in the word ząb, and we pronounce it as on in the word pączek. We pronounce it as oń in the word bądź. The next letter is ę. Ę. This is e, Polish e, English e with a tail. And we pronounce it usually as ę. Ę. So it's e with your nose. Ę. Ę. Like in the word męża. Męża. But this letter can be also pronounced as m, n, or eń. So we pronounce it as m in the word zęby. We pronounce it as n in the word dziękuję. And we pronounce it as eń in the word będzie. The pronunciation, the different types of pronunciation depends on the context. Actually, it means that it depends on the next sound, on the next letter. And also another important information that at the end of the word ę can be pronounced as e. So, for example, proszę. Proszę. It's simply e. Okay, so now you know how to pronounce on and ę. And we will start part 2 of this lesson. And I will tell you about letters with a dash. About letter ci, ni, si, zi, and the sound G, which is written as 2 letters. Okay, let's start with ci. Ci. This is C with a dash. And it doesn't matter if you write it this way or this way, it really does not matter. So the sound is ch, ch. I made a lesson about pronunciation of this sound, and you can watch it somewhere here. The link is also in the description box. This lesson is in Polish, but you can turn on the English subtitles. Basically, the letter chi is very, very soft. Ch, ch, ch. Let me give you some examples. Robić, lubić. But the same sound is also written as ci, Polish ci. Ciocia, ojciec. So ci is completely the same when it comes to pronunciation as ci, the C with a dash. Why we write it in a different ways? We write ci when the next letter is a vowel. When the next letter is a, e, I, o, u, on, en. So we cannot write ciocia this way, no, although the sound would be the same. So this is ci. The next letter with a dash is ni. Ni is very similar to Spanish letter ni, like in the word mañana. So this is very, very similar. Let me give you some examples. Koń, na końcu. And the other examples will be nie, nic, konie. So again, sometimes we write the same sound, the sound ni, with ni. And we pronounce it the same, but when the next letter is a vowel, we cannot write n with a dash, but ni, like in the word nie. Si, si. This letter is pronounced as si. Si is also very, very soft. Let me give you some examples. Środa, ktoś, śniadanie. But again, we can write this sound also with si, like in the words siostra, silny, dzisiaj. So remember, si, it's always si, siostra, not siostra, siostra, siostra. Silny, not silny, silny. Dzisiaj, very, very soft. Si we write when the next letter is a vowel. The next letter with a dash is zi, zi, z with a dash. And again, of course, we can write the same sound with two letters with z and I. Let me give you some examples. Źle, weźmie, zima, zielony. This is exactly the same sound when we write it as z with a dash or zi. And the last letter for today, actually two letters that makes one sound, is G. G. We write it as D and Z with a dash, or yes, again, like I instead of a dash, so three letters, D, Z, I. And some examples. Dźwig, dzień, niedziela. And actually, these two letters, D and Z with a dash, are not very common in Polish language. Much more often we write DZI because very often after this sound we have a vowel, like in the word dzień, which means day, dzień, or in the word niedziela. Okay, so you've got this. Now you know how to pronounce Polish letters on, ci, ni, si, zi, and ji. In the next video lesson, the third video lesson about the Polish alphabet, you will learn how to pronounce ch, sh, dz, dż, ch in two ways, ż in two ways, and u in two ways. Did you enjoy this lesson? Was it useful for you? Then go to my website polishwithdorota.pl for more great resources to learn Polish. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next lessons. Pa pa!